the internal structure of layer X is given. First of all, identify what is this inside the bronchial layer, the inner layer. What is the okay? Layer X is the goblet one. Good. And why? Ciliated epithelial cells. Correct. So, what is the function of goblet cells? Okay, they have asked about the function. Dust particles and bacteria. Correct. What is Y and its function? Ciliated cells. Okay. And what is their function? Up to throw. Correct. Okay. Next one is suggest the muscle layer in the wall of the bronchi and the bronchioles sometimes contracts, causing the lumen to narrow. This is called as bronchoconstriction. This happens due to nicotine or smoking. It can happen. Suggests the effect of bronchoconstriction on a person. Now you have lesser area, so lesser volume of what? Lesser what? Exactly. Less air would pass onto the lungs. Okay. Okay. Less gaseous exchange. Okay. It can be. It can be. Yes. It can be. Okay. What else can you write? If there is less oxygen, then there can be less aerobic less aerobic respiration means less energy. Okay. One other effect of nicotine on the circulatory system increases heart rate, increases blood pressure. Okay. Next one. Identify the kingdom and the genus of what? Of Rhizomucorcilus. Good. They feed on dent plant, so they are fungus and rhizomucor. Rhizomucor. Keep in mind, write it with capital letter. Okay, give two of the main features of organisms. Other two organism which are like sorry, other two characteristics of fungus. Only one. That one is yeast. That one is yeast. Okay, yeast is unicellular. Yeah, main features. Okay, and they have hyphae. What is hyphae? Or what is their function? To get the food. The basic function they act like roots. Okay, hyphae and mycelium. Saprotrophic. Okay, saprotrophic and that is saprophyte. Saprophyte and parasite. Okay. Saprophytes are the decomposers one which feed on dead organisms. Parasites feed on living organism and produces diseases in them or harm them. Okay. Okay. How piles of dead vegetation can have temperatures much higher than the surrounding temperature. Now something is working. Which one is? Fungi. Fungi feed on the dead plant vegetation. What increases the temperature of that dead plant vegetation? Respiration. Good. It's a 4 mark. So we would say correct, correct. It's correct. Correct, correct. Energy released as heat, so the temperature increases. Okay, is it so? Okay. One thing you have missed is the decomposition point, that basically decomposition takes place, which also develops an insulating layer around it. Okay, it decreases. Okay, how decomposition decreases the oxygen level, that we done in the eutrophication as well. The decomposition uses oxygen. So let's write it before oxygen. Okay. The fungus produces an enzyme called pectinase. Here we are with the word pectinase. The word, okay, extracted pectinase from the fungus and investigated its effect of pH on its activity. What is the optimum pH? Okay, 4.5. Okay. Explain the result for pH 2 till 7. Do not. Okay, 4 mark. Inactive. Oh, wait. The word is inactive. Okay. Inactive. Okay. Enzyme activity increases. Enzyme, sorry, what? Enzyme substrate complex. Okay. That is correct. More enzyme substrate complex is formed. Okay. Optimum pH, and what is meant by optimum pH? Correct. Okay. And then what will happen after 4.5 pH? Now you can say denaturing. Start denaturing after the complex is formed. Correct. So the rate of what is given, activity rate would decrease. Correct. Okay. The experiment was repeated at 55 degrees Celsius. What would you expect? If a, so generally we say, okay, generally we say that with increase in the temperature, the activity increases. Okay. So let's say there would be more activity. Um, Starting from here, the same point, let's have more activity here. Okay. Let's make it like this, and denature at the same point. The starting point and denatured point would be same. Okay. Higher temperature. Okay, you must have read this in chemistry. Higher temperature mean more kinetic energy, more effective collision, higher rate of reaction. We are applying the same rule over here. Okay. Okay, maybe the temperature is 30 over here. Let's say it's 30 over here. I'm giving you an example. And it's 50 over here. Okay. Since the optimum temperature for human and fungi are different, we have a different optimum temperature and they have different. Okay, the nucleus of the cell contains DNA, molecule that controls cell function, and this is the part of DNA. What is P, by the way? Chromosome. And what is Q? Nucleotide. Nucleotide is made up of three things. What are those three things? Phosphate linkage, okay. A pentose, correct. And a base. How many types of bases are there? Four. Name them. Okay, just tell me the letter. Guanine and cytosine. Correct. So P is chromosome, Q is nucleotide. What pairs with G? C. 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 So they have given us a letter, so we'll write the letter. Okay. Explain how DNA molecule controls cell function. Include an example. Correct. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Example. And enzymes. Good. Okay. So I'll just rephrase it. You have said that each DNA, DNA contain genes which code for a specific amino acid. These align the amino acid in a specific sequence and make a protein. And insulin is, enzyme is one of the example that you have given. You can also give other examples. Hemoglobin, insulin, if they ask. These all are proteins. Okay, explain how the structure of leaf is adapted for its photosynthesis. Oh my god, the whole structure. Starting from the first of. Okay, correct. Okay, thin leaves, faster diffusion. Okay, now what about the leaf, internal structure of leaf? Okay, correct. Okay, xylem cells for, and okay, what is their main function? Okay, what is the function of palisade mesophyll cell and what is their adaptation? Okay, what's below palisade mesophyll cell? Spongy mesophyll cells, air spaces. What is the purpose of air spaces? Yes, gas exchange. Okay, and in the last lower epidermis or the last layer, there are stomata, and there would be transpiration. Okay, let's say stomata. We can mention stomata. Okay, the very first layer is is the upper epidermis, which does not contain any chloroplast, so that all the light can pass through. The second layer would be palisade mesophyll cell, which has the largest number of chloroplasts to absorb maximum light for photosynthesis. Number three, there would below it there would be a spongy mesophyll cell layer, which has air spaces for the diffusion of gases or the gaseous exchange. And this layer also contains xylem and phloem. And the xylem helps in the transportation of water and mineral ions. And in the last layer, there are like guard cells, and the opening of guard cells allow the gaseous exchange as well as the transpiration. Okay, and if you talk about the overall structure of leaves, they are flat, they are broad so that maximum light can absorb through it, and thin leaves are there so that there would be quick diffusion. Okay, transpiration is both necessary for plants and a problem. Discuss this statement, advantages and disadvantages. Correct, correct. Maintains target pressure. Okay, maintains target pressure. Provide water for photosynthesis. How many question marks are there? Okay, we can write two advantages and two disadvantages. Water for photosynthesis. Okay, what else can be written in the like problem? However, yes, it does. That is another advantage that with water, mineral ions also move. Water and mineral ions. Let me make it compact. Okay, what are the disadvantages? Number one, excessive water loss can be there, right? Especially in hot weather, which leads to wilting. Exactly, exactly. Plant close their stomata to conserve water or to prevent water loss. That that reduces the rate of photosynthesis as well since the stomata are closed, so gaseous exchange cannot take place. Okay, I guess this paper has been finished. चाहिए तुम्हें ये पेपर? Okay. Do you have any other question?